So what's up, everybody? OddMan105, aka the Odd One here, and welcome back to the channel. Now, this is an updated money guide / tutorial on the Acid Lab business, and let me just say that the Acid Lab is by far the single best new player, solo player friendly business in Grand Theft Auto 5 online. Now, with very little investment from you, the player, you can get your Acid Lab up and running in almost no time, and you'll be earning millions of dollars in as little as a few hours. Okay, this is one of the best new player businesses in the game, hands down. Also, during this event week, the acid sell missions are paying double cash in RP, meaning that if you sell acid in a public session, you can earn over $1 million from a single acid sell mission. This is ridiculously good money for you new players out there. Now, in this video, we'll discuss how to obtain and set up your Acid Lab to maximize your profit, Acid Lab supplies sourcing, and we'll conduct an acid sell mission to demonstrate exactly how easy this business is to manage. So, if that sounds like a plan, let's begin. Now, the first thing that you'll need to begin your Acid Lab business is the Brigade 6x6 right behind me. That's because the Acid Lab is an actual mobile business and is stored inside the Brigade 6x6. Now, the obvious advantage of having a mobile business is that unlike other businesses in Grand Theft Auto Online, your Acid Lab never gets raided, so there's no concern of ever having a business raid with the Acid Lab. Now, you have a couple of methods of obtaining the Brigade 6x6. You can, number one, complete the 6 first dose storied missions. Afterwards, you are awarded the Brigade 6x6 and its Manches Scout Seed delivery bike absolutely for free. Now, you still have to pay $750,000 to install the Acid Lab into the Brigade 6x6, but the actual vehicles are free. You also have the option of purchasing the Brigade 6x6 from the Warstock website for $750,000. Now, the Acid Lab comes pre-installed on the Brigade 6x6 should you decide to purchase it. Now, there are 2 versions of the Brigade on the Warstock website. You need the Brigade 6x6 for the Acid Lab business. And this vehicle right here is the standard Brigade. Do not purchase this vehicle. This is a Pegasus vehicle. It is completely useless and cannot be used for the Acid Lab business. Do not make this mistake. Do not purchase the standard Brigade. Now, if you've purchased your Brigade 6x6, then the Acid Lab comes pre-installed. Congratulations, you can begin producing acid immediately. However, if you've obtained your Brigade 6x6 from the first dose storied missions, then you'll need to complete 1 additional setup mission to steal the Acid Lab equipment for installation. And once that installation is done, you can begin producing acid. Now, to install the Acid Lab or to customize either the Brigade 6x6 or its delivery bike, simply speak to Mutt. And you are given the option to either install the Acid Lab or the Acid Lab upgrades. So as you can see, the Acid Lab equipment upgrade, and we'll talk about this here in a bit, but you can install armor plating, proximity mines, ram weapon. I highly suggest that you put all of this equipment on your Acid Lab, especially if you plan on selling in public sessions. Now, the Acid Lab equipment upgrade. This will allow you to not only improve the quality of the acid that you're selling, but it increases its value. To get the Acid Lab equipment upgrade, you must complete 10 Dax Fooligan Jobs. Afterwards, you'll unlock the ability to install the Acid Lab equipment. Now, to request a Dax Fooligan Job, simply pull out your phone and call Dax. And request work. Now, each Dax Fooligan job has a 48-minute cooldown, so you can only complete 1 Dax Fooligan job every in-game day. It may take some time for you to complete all 10 Dax Fooligan jobs, but trust me, it's absolutely worth it for the equipment upgrade. Now, both the Acid Lab and its delivery bike are fully customizable vehicles. As you can see here, you can add armor, brakes, and I highly suggest you add the armor upgrades to the Acid Lab and the bike itself, especially if you plan on selling in public sessions. But as you can see, you can fully customize your Acid Lab and its delivery bike accordingly. So now that your Acid Lab is fully operational, you'll need supplies from which to create acid. Now, you have a couple of options here. You can either contact Mutt and purchase the supplies, or you can source the supplies on your own, and I highly recommend that you do both. But I also recommend that you first purchase supplies for your acid lab because you get a full bar of supplies from which to create acid. If you source supplies on your own, then you get a partial bar, so this is very important. So to purchase supplies, simply pull out your phone and call Mutt, if we can find him. Let's see here. Mutt is... Yep. Call Mutt.
Hello, hello.
Okay, and you want to buy supplies.
I'll call my buddy in pharmaceuticals. Gonna cost you, but I can get what we need.
Okay, just like that, he'll order the supplies. Now, it takes about 10 minutes from the time that you contact Mutt for those supplies to arrive at your acid lab. Now, once you notice that your supplies are dwindling, that's when you need to conduct source missions, and the source missions are super easy to complete. Okay, so now let's discuss boosting your acid production speed. So if you come to this station right here inside your acid lab, you can apply a speed boost to acid production once every real world day. That's not in any game day, but every real world day. And a fully upgraded acid lab can produce a full bar of product with the speed boost in 3 hours time. So that means every 3 hours you can have a full bar of product for sale. And it is for this reason that you want to keep your supply bar as full as possible for as long as possible to take full advantage of the production speed boost. Then as soon as you notice that your supplies are beginning to significantly dwindle, that's when you want to conduct source missions. Not only to ensure that your acid lab is fully supplied, but also to ensure that your acid lab is constantly producing product. This is by far the fastest possible way to fill up your acid lab with product for sale. Now, acid production times are as follows. If you have a standard acid lab, meaning that you have no equipment upgrades, then your acid production time is 6 hours. However, with the speed boost, then that acid production time is 4 hours and 30 minutes. Now, if you have a fully upgraded acid lab, meaning that you have the equipment upgrades, then your acid production time is 4 hours. However, with the speed boost, then your acid production time is 3 hours. And again, this is exactly why it's very important to ensure that your supplies bar remains as full as possible for as long as possible to further ensure that your acid lab is constantly producing acid for sale. Now, when you have a full bar of acid, then you're ready to conduct a sell mission. Okay, so as you guys can see down in the lower right hand corner of the screen, we have both a full bar of supplies and product for sale, so we're ready to conduct a full acid sell mission. Now, you can sell acid at any level, that's entirely up to you, it doesn't matter. The acid lab never gets rated, okay, which makes it one of the best new player businesses in the game. However, before selling any acid product, there are two major things that you absolutely must do. The first thing is to go to your interaction menu, service vehicles, and go to your acid lab. And you want to name your product. Naming your acid product will increase its sell value. This is extra bonus money in your pocket simply by naming your product. You absolutely must do this. Now, the second thing is to speed boost your acid production. And you want to do this before launching your sell mission. Reason being is because although we have a full bar of product for sale, once we launch a sell mission, then Mutt over there will begin producing more acid. So you want to do this next. So let's do that. And remember, a fully upgraded acid lab will produce a full bar of product for sale every 3 hours. So that's why this is extremely important. Okay, that's done. And now we're ready to sell. So at this point, you want to come over here to this area, register as a CEO or an MC or a boss, and we want to sell the Big Sankudos for 700,000. Let's do it.
Okay, you ready for this? I've been letting this shit speak to me, and I think I got it. We could be the next food delivery service, but for head medicine. All you have to do is cruise by on a bike and throw the drops right at the customer's front door. You'll be like totally under the radar.
Okay, so right here, as you guys can see, we have to deal with some hippies. You guys know how I feel about hippies, right? Whenever you see hippies, you gotta murk them out. So let's take care of that. Okay, now we can deliver the stuff. Okay, there's the last one. All right, and we're out of here. Let's go. And just like that, $703,000 on double cash. Easy money. And guys, that's pretty much it. That's the Asset Lab business in a nutshell. It's the single best solo player, new player starter business in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. And all of you new players out there, don't sleep on this double money and RP bonus event on Asset Lab sell missions. During this event week, you'll be earning millions of dollars in no time. And with that being said, this video is a wrap. I've been OddMan105, aka The Odd One. And if you guys found this video informative, then you know what to do. Smash that subscriber button, hit that bell icon, leave a few likes while you're here, and hey, don't forget to check me out on Twitter at OddMan105. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe, and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke, and take care out there.